We're at the Mammoth Film Festival. I'm here with the one and only Crazy Bone. You know him from Bone Thugs and Harmony. How are you tonight?
I'm all right. I'm enjoying this whole atmosphere.
Yeah. So it's a little different. You come from the music world.
Oh yeah. I love it. You know what I'm saying? This is actually my first film festival I've ever been to. So it's a great experience for me.
It's so different. So cool. So you guys have this really cool documentary.
Yes.
Everybody's buzzing about this. It's called Sons of St. Clair.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about why you decided to make it.
Well, Sons of as everybody knows, that me and Busy Bone just did a project called New Waves, and it was something different. Than the ordinary Bone Thugs and Harmony. It was just us two. Of course, everybody, know that me and Busy Bone is the most melodic in the group.
Okay.
So, the fans been wanting that project for a long time.
Yeah.
So we thought, let's just make it more than just a project. Let's explain like our story about how we came to this point. Because like Bone Thugs and Harmony, we have a rich history that has yet to be explained to people. So like what this documentary is leading up to our biopic that we're now working on.
All right. So you wanted to get deep with it.
Oh yeah. Basically just explaining how we were able to maintain and still be relevant to this day, even though we've been through so many trials and tribulations in our careers, where most artists would have disappeared and fell off and been gone. We've been able to to just maintain and still be here.
Yeah.
With the help of all the younger generation artists that emulate our style and use our style as well.
Yeah, he went there now. Yeah.
I had to go there.
You're keeping it real. I love it. Yeah. No, you guys are such legends. You've been all over the world. What is like a place that really just took you by surprise, where the fans just, maybe if you didn't even speak the same language, where the fans just took to your music, or whatever?
It was Indonesia and the Philippines. We went to Indonesia, and it was like, it kind of threw me off because it was like a big festival, and like when we went to go, when it was time for us to go on stage, it was like 20 minutes before we went on stage, and we walked the scene on stage, and there was nobody in front of the stage. So I was like, man, they don't even know who we are. I was like, they don't even know who we are. So like within that 10 minutes, they announced that we were getting ready to go on stage. Within that 10 minutes, we had 10,000 people at that stage, and I was like, I was tripping, and they was like singing our verses, like,
oh man,
didn't speak the language, but they were singing our verses. So I was awed by that. I was like,
that's crazy.
It was great.
I love that. What do you think is like a misconception about you guys? I don't know. The media, says a lot of things, and maybe they know the full story, maybe they don't. What do you think? Like anything, do you think they get wrong?
The misconception is that we don't get along, that we don't like each other. What they don't understand is like, we are a family, like we're brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like we weren't put together. Nobody put us together. Our grandparents went to school together. Our parents went to school together, and we went to school together, and we met each other before we even knew our parents and grandparents knew each other.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so like it's
so that's just energy bringing you together. So, that's the universe bringing you guys
so it's
together.
Like Lazy Bone and Wishbone is brothers, and Wishbone is their cousin. I've been knowing them ever since the 6th grade.
Wow.
We've been doing Busy ever since high school. Like, so we've been together. Like, it's a real family. You know what I'm saying? The people, they broke up, they're not fighting. Like, we could have an argument, we can fight, even have a physical fight, but at the end of the day, we right back together.
Well, that's like my family.
Exactly. And just like you said, family have quarrels as well. You know what I'm saying? They fight, they break up, they come back together. It's the same with us.
Yeah. Well, it's really great to see you here, and congratulations on the project. I know the fans are going to love it.
So. Oh, yeah, thank you.
And I'm here with the one and only Crazy Bone. We're at the premiere of his documentary, Sons of St. Clair. How you feeling tonight?
Feeling real good right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm very anxious to see the film. I haven't seen it, so I'm anxious to see it. So.
You know what? I spoke to Prospect earlier, and he told me the same thing. This is crazy. Did you guys not want to see the film before?
No. I think it's better. I always like to see the finished product. You know what I'm saying? I remember what I did, but I don't remember what everything that went into the film. So I'm looking forward to seeing it, because I really don't even remember what I said on it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward. I hope I didn't embarrass myself. I hope I didn't embarrass myself. You know what I'm saying? So.
No, they'll treat you right. What was the process like? Because you had cameras following your life for what, about 2 years?
Yeah, basically. I mean, I stayed for about a year. You know, we had them like behind us for like a year. They came on the road with us.
Yeah.
You know, they came into studio sessions. You know, it took a while to get used to it. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I think they did a good job overall. That's why I can't wait to see it, because everybody is telling me that it's crazy. So I want to see it. Definitely.
What do you want fans to take from it? I know you haven't seen it yet, but you know, you were in it. You said some things. So what do you hope they take from it?
Man, I just want fans to understand, you know, what we've done in this industry and for this industry. You know, because we've done a lot. You know, like we've paved the road that a lot of artists today are following.
Yeah.
They may not know it, but they on the Bone Thugs and Harmony road. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we just want them to understand where it came from and let them know we're still very relevant in what we're doing today. You know, and we still a group. You know what I'm saying? So we want them to take from this is Bone Thugs and Harmony will always be family, always.
I love it. Yeah, you guys are such pioneers. Who do you? I mean, I know there's a lot of rappers coming up. Do you have anybody that you really enjoy listening to, or somebody that you think is really good doing their thing?
Man, I listen to a lot of I like Kendrick Lamar. You know what I'm saying? I like J. Cole. You know what I'm saying? I like all artists that have substance, you know, like in their music. I like Drake, I like Lil Wayne, I like all those cats, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I like to see the way music is evolving.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna keep it real. I don't like everything, but you know, I like a lot of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, you guys are the pioneers, and you did it right, and you really opened doors. So I'm really happy to see this documentary.
Yes, me too.
I'm excited.
No, I'm excited too, definitely.
Congratulations.
Sure. Thank you.
And we're here at the Mammoth Film Festival. I'm here with rapper, producer, DJ. He does it all. Physician is here with us. What brings you out tonight?
I came to support Crazy Bone and Busy Bone for the, Sons of St. Clair at the film festival.
They've got a huge documentary here.
Yeah. It took like 2 years to do it.
2 years?
Yeah, it took a while. Yeah.
Well, it's a labor of love. Yeah.
Yeah, they followed us around the map and, just have fun with us and everything. So I can't wait to see it.
Did you? You haven't seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh my God!
Yeah. So it's gonna be a surprise.
Are you nervous?
I'm more nervous talking to you.
Don't be nervous. We're all fun. What do you want fans to take from this documentary?
I just want fans to get a whole lot of insight about, where they came from and, what they're doing now today. Not just their past and what they're doing in the future, and what the future, holds for us, me as an artist and a producer, and what, they have to look for.
What do you, so you've done quite a bit. What do you, kind of advice do you have to aspiring rappers? Because, it's such a difficult thing to have such longevity and become a legend, like, the group that you're a part of.
Yeah, definitely. Number one, don't sleep.
Okay.
Good advice. I always say sleeping is for suckers, but basically, just don't stop, because when you're sleeping, somebody's working just as hard as you.
Yeah.
And, no matter what the negativity is, just don't get discouraged. No matter what it is, somebody's going to try to break you down. Just keep going. It's always going to get better.
All right. Well, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, everyone. Veronica Barriga here. I'm here with Ashley Eberbach. She was the production manager for Sons of St. Clair. What was that like?
It was an amazing experience working with people that are icons, and also, growing up and being a Midwestern chick.
There you go.
It was a dream come true.
Yeah.
They were people that I listened to over and over and over. Maybe my first school dance was like Bone Thugs and Harmony'd out, and they're wonderful guys, so it was a great experience. Tim Newfang directed it. It's his brainchild, and he's been endlessly dedicated to it from the get, and they're very, very talented people, very talented filmmakers, and it takes a lot to make a documentary. It takes a lot of days, a lot of hours, and he did a really good job, and he persevered through it all.
Yeah.
Now we have what we have, and it's great.
And you're here, and it's the premiere, and everyone's excited. Have you seen parts of this at all?
I've seen only what you have seen, which is the trailer.
Wow.
Of course, I've seen clips as we're shooting them, but
not the finished
I
piece.
kind of wanted to wait for the premiere. I thought it'd be a better idea to just see it when you guys see it.
Right. That's
Fun
amazing.
that way.
It's more fun that way.
Exactly.
Yes. What? So you got to travel with them a little bit, right?
Yeah, I've been to Chicago, Cleveland. They've traveled more. I didn't go to all the days, but
Yeah.
Chicago, Cleveland, and then all over Los Angeles. And it was really cool to see all the different cities that respond still the same as
Yeah.
like day one.
Yeah.
From they didn't skip a beat with their fans, and they're very loyal to their fans, and you can tell based on their following. Their following follows them the same.
That's so cool.
Yeah, one thing that was really cool for me as a fan, as well as working on the film, they rap all the time.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
they're always like rapping, and it's really cool because I would just be sitting by Busy or Crazy or Wish or
Yeah.
Flash or Lazy, and they would just be having fun rapping and flowing, and they're so talented that I was like, this could be a song.
Yeah.
Like, this is amazing. And so that was a treat.
Hey everyone, it's Veronica Briga. I'm here with Tim Newfang. He is the director of Sons of St. Clair. We're at the premiere tonight at the Mammoth Film Festival. How are you feeling tonight?
I feel really good. I'm very excited, yeah.
You know what's funny? I'm talking to the guys, Bone Thugs and Prospect and everybody in the film, and they say they haven't seen it yet.
Which is a little crazy, right? Yeah. Luckily, they have Mr. Steve Lobel, their manager since 1995,
Yeah.
who has seen the final cut in its entirety, and he's happy with it, so
Yeah.
I think they trust him.
Yeah.
But yeah, those guys are they're on the road.
Yeah.
They're still recording music. They're still performing. They just got back from Europe, so we've been working hard. It's independent film,
Yeah.
so
no, I just think it's funny. That's kind of unheard of,
Yeah.
right? Because a lot of artists, they get touchy. It's like it's their
Absolutely.
thing. So did they give you a lot of creative freedom with this?
They did, which has been incredible. And honestly, to your point, usually you think that there'd be a lot of cooks in the kitchen,
Sure.
but with this, especially with how private these guys have been in their career, to allow me to go out and tell this story and have that trust from them has been unbelievable, and I'm very, very grateful for it.
That's amazing. So what made you want to be a part of this? Did you grow up listening to their music?
I did. I grew up, in the 90s and loved their music.
Yeah.
And never thought that someday that I'd be the one to tell at least a piece of their story.
Sure.
But it's been an honor. I'm honored to be here and to work with these guys. They're legends. And
They really are.
They really impacted music
yeah.
in a lasting way. You know?
Absolutely, yeah. They're pioneers in their field for sure.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, did they come to you with the project, or did you approach them?
No. I came up with the concept
Oh, wow.
and wrote a treatment and through multiple layers approached them, and they finally said yes. And Steve Lobel and Crazy and Busy got on board and we're stoked about it. And the next thing we knew, we were off and running. Cameras fired up, and yeah.
That's really cool. That's not easy to do, you know?
It really isn't. It's not lost on me, trust me.
Yeah. Great. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
It's the premiere for Sons of St. Clair tonight. That is the Bone Thugs in Harmony documentary. Everyone's really excited about it. Next to me is Romeo Antonio.
Yes.
Did I get that right?
You did.
I love it. Nailed it. And he's actually the executive producer of the film. So tell us, why did you choose this film in particular? I mean, I know these guys are legends and pioneers, but like, what was it meant for you to personally work on this?
Well, I've been around them for 23 years. I was their music director back in the day and been on tour with them the whole bit. And I mean, these guys have so many hit records. They've been around the block quite a few times. And it's kind of weird. Another actor friend of mine, another producer friend of mine, we're on a studio lot doing something else. And he says, hey, a good friend of mine, Tanner Beard, wants to do with Tim Newfang the Bone Thugs and Harmony story. I was like, all right, so what do you want me to do? Why are you telling me? And he's like, well, aren't you like the Bone guy? And I was like, yeah. And so he hooked me up with Tanner, and we had lunch a couple times and talked about it. And so we started following the guys around with cameras for 3 years.
Wow. Did it take a lot of convincing to get the guys on board, or were they just ready for something like this at this point in time?
Absolutely convincing, because, and that's sort of how I sort of meshed in with Tanner and Tim, because Bone Thugs and Harmony, if they're not anything, they're hard to get. they stay on tour, and there's 5 of them, and they all go in different directions at all times.
Sure.
And I don't know if you spoke to Steve Lobel, their manager, but Steve and I have been kind of friends or
Associates,
partners, associates for 23 years, and so we've been around the world with these cats.
So what do you hope fans take from this? Because they are very private with their lives, and is there this is very exciting for a lot of their fans. What do you think they're going to take from this? Or
Well, it's sort of the first time that Bone. It's the first time they're coming out of the box and talking.
Yeah.
So their fans are going to get a lot of who they really are, because they are very private and they are 5 individuals. And so I would hope that the fans would, look at Sons of St. Clair with Crazy and Busy and go, oh, that's what makes them tick. Oh, and then the next installment with Lazy Bone. Oh, so that's what, because they're all individuals. You got to remember.
Right.
And they've been doing it since they were young teenagers. So if you think about it, who even stays around somebody that long? I mean, it's like Aerosmith. They hate each other. I mean, and I know them. And so
they're like family. Yeah, Crazy Bone was saying they're like family.